Hello, Kem Cho. I'm
Good.
Jai Kumari from Heritage City of India, Ahmedabad. I welcome all of you to this beautiful program known as Joyfully Accepting You. Now, what is the concept? The concept is people like you and me, we all are normal middle class Indians. We have not achieved that much like Mukesh Ambani or you can say Narendra Modi or Amitabh Bachchan, but we have achieved something in our lives. So we have few incidences or events or stories of our life which will be inspiring for others, people around. So this is the program wherein we invite people and they would share their life stories, which will inspire the viewers and the listeners. Today we have a very special guest. Why she is special? Because she is very close to my heart. I respect her a lot. I admire her a lot, and I love her a lot. Today we have got Aishwarya as a guest, and what does she do? She plays with sizes, shapes, and spaces. She experiments with materials, textures, and colors in her life. In short, if I say she makes this world a better place. So let's welcome Aishwarya. Hi, Aishwarya. Welcome to the show.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. Aishwarya, now I'm going to ask you the most common question of the world, but it is not easy for the person who is replying or answering. So the question is, please tell us something about yourself.
Uh, to make it short and sweet, I like to say that I'm just a girl who is figuring ways out to make the world a better place, and I'm on my journey. I'm on my path. Uh, More than anything, I think the the three ways that I can explain what who I am, and when I look at myself in the mirror, it is that I'm a full-time project manager in construction. I am a part-time thinker and an all-time wanderer. And these three things are really integral in my life. And these are the three things that are helping me achieve my goal. My primary goal is to leave the world a better place than I saw it.
Yeah, great journey. You are just in your 20s, but you have explored the world much more than when I used to be in my 20s. Because of maybe if because of technology, maybe you have traveled so many countries and places. So you have got experience, which is you can say that larger than life at this age, at this young age in your 20s. So can you please share some incidents or stories or events from your life?
I think that when you say that that I have had this exposure to see a lot of the world, and that I think there are two very important factors here. One has to be my family background and my parents, because they are avid travelers, and when it comes to summer vacations and going to some place, we as a family have traveled a lot, and that has been imbibed in me since I was a child, because for my parents it was like there are two things that you always invest in that is never going to go waste. Is one is travel and the other is knowledge, and it's more like traveling is knowledge, so it's pretty much knowledge. And the fact that I had the privilege of being raised by them, who not only believed in that but also had the means to offer me that, which I am aware that not a lot of people get. So I'm very blessed with to have such parents who gave me those opportunities in life. And since today's Father's Day, this goes out to my dad, that happy Father's Day, and thank you for everything you've given me, and belated Happy Mother's Day because it went a few weeks ago. Uh, And the other thing that you say that, you because of technology, I think this is something that is happening in this generation, is that the world is just getting smaller and smaller because we can connect with each other in a split second, which for me is also a new thing, to be in pace with this world. So this is perhaps the generation, and that again I'm blessed to be in this age group where in the past 10 years I have seen communication and technology just go through the roof. Yeah. Another thing I'd like to add is also the fact that I kind of lived like a vagabond. I was born in Kolkata, and then I was raised in Bombay and Ahmedabad, and I've lived a bit in Baroda and Visakhapatnam, and those are in India. And then later on, I moved to New York City. I lived there for 3 years, and then now I'm in Vancouver. So this exposure comes from being all across the world, and because we can do that now.
Yeah. So you are raised differently than compared to a civilian kid, right? Your dad is from defense. So
Yes, my father
so
is in the armed forces.
yeah.
Yes.
So what kind of difference you can find in your bringing up and the bringing up of a kid who is from normal civilian background?
Definitely a higher, or not higher, but a more comfortable standard of living, in the sense that if I were to describe the areas and the locations where I got to live, because my father served in the Navy, were usually sea-facing apartments, and just after dinner, standing on the balcony and feeling the sea breeze on your face was a regular thing in my childhood. And even today, like if I'm sitting by a beach, I can easily fall asleep just because the sound of the waves, and that's somehow imbibed in my childhood. So the kind of lifestyle that was there when it came to sports, when it came to the kind of environment that was even provided by the government. Thank you, taxpayers, that we were we were able to get nature around us. There were trees, and there was a golf course, and there were gardens and lawns, and those kinds of facilities are not really available in like big cities like Bombay. You go to different parts of Bombay, but the Bombay that I lived in was very different from the real Bombay. So it goes out to say that the comfort, the standard of living came with a certain amount of comfort, but it did also come with its own challenges, because we moved from one place to the other in like matter of 3 years or 4 years, so never really found permanence or like a permanent footing in a place. So had to change friends, and even today, like making friends is something that to a certain extent I still struggle with, is because I feel like, okay, I'm going to have to say goodbye someday. So that is still there in me, but I wouldn't, again, the pros and cons are there. So what civilian children can be grateful for is the fact that they live in a place that is far more permanent, and that they won't be moving to a next city in like the snap of the finger, or that they have more exposure to what the real India is or the real city is, whereas we have to be in gated colonies. So much of our upbringing is only in that gated colony. So once when we have to move out, we sort of have to recognize that, okay, it was secure, it was safe when we were inside, but now we're in the real world, and we have to watch out for people who you learn the lessons as you grow. For us, it took time.
Mhm. Yeah.